Hello, my name is Keith Deltano, and today we're going to talk about how to pick a book for children that have dyslexia. We're going to go over to what to look for and what to exclude. I'm going to give you publishing companies you can trust that give you exactly what you need, and then I'm going to teach you to have a pick a book celebration where your kid that hates reading will love the book he picks. First, let's look at what not to get. Yeah, we got to contrast with something. Let's look at some great books that aren't appropriate for dyslexic kids. All right, this is The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. It's an amazing book. It's a beautiful book. It's absolutely not a book that you want to use with a dyslexic child or a child on the spectrum or any child that's having visual processing challenges. And the main reason is I call these embellishments. If you look at these scales, right, they're beautiful, they're interesting, but for a dyslexic child, they are distracting, okay? And they're going to pull him off the text. So even when his eyes are on this text, the way dyslexic sees and process visual imagery is a little different. They're going to be processing this while they're trying to process this. Now, here we have the font. The size of font matters. So this is too small for the age level being targeted. Also, behind the font or the print, you will see there's coloring, light coloring, and the coloring also is variance. It's not a solid type. There's different variants in that coloring, and the pages themselves are high gloss. So if you like, you see over here, there's like a reflection. So you want to avoid high gloss pages. You want to avoid embellishments, whether there's strings or a change in texture or sometimes fuzz or something for the children to feel. Absolutely something you don't want for a hypersensitive child. And you want to avoid small font, background color, and then high gloss pages. Okay, these are 2 pages from inside the book, Never Let a Unicorn Wear a Tutu by Diane Alber. This is a beautiful book. It's a wonderful book. I completely recommend it, but not for children that have dyslexia or struggling to read or any of the other learning disabilities we talked about. The primary problem is the font, okay? The font is not dyslexia friendly. This font is gimmicky. You see how low the S comes down? If you look here, the T is not fully crossed. That T is not fully crossed. So think about this. Dyslexic flip words, reverse letters, words move. So a font like this is going to make the job of reading harder, right? Up here, this line here is my pencil line. I put it there so that you can see that the letters don't sit uniformly. So if words are moving anyway, you don't want to use a font like this. Also, it's not left justified. The pattern is not what we need left justified. So you're here, you bounce out, you bounce in. Wonderful book, not for teaching dyslexic how to read. Well, Keith, you told us what not to get for our struggling readers. What do we get? DK level books, capital D, capital K. DK level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Each one works up incrementally in difficulty. Font sizes start large and get small incrementally. Complexity grows. I love this series. Why do I love it so much? It gives us exactly what we need. Look at this. Look at this font. It's clear. It's an easy to read font. We have white spaces. We have black on white. We have exactly what we need. Look at this. This is a level 2. We've gone up in complexity, right? We now have headings, and we have an image that's exciting but doesn't match exactly what is being read. So a lot of you have ordered and Googled and remedial reader books, and there's 2 problems with them. The topics are generic and uninteresting, and a lot of them line up the image exactly with the text. So what the child is reading is happening exactly in the image. That's bad, especially for dyslexics, because we're really good at making stuff up. So, let's say the picture has a young man running and he's throwing the ball. The day before your son read the story, he knows that the boy's name in the image is Billy, and he can read ball and he can read Billy. So he's sitting there and he's Billy, and then he looks at the image, looks down. You can't see him doing this because dyslexics are sneaky. I know. I stayed back in 3rd grade for a reason. Looks up, looks down, looks up, looks down. He guesses that's throws because throws what's happening. He says Billy throws the ball. You say, very good. He's faked you out. He just knows he's getting closer to going outside to play. So you want great images, but not that line up exactly. And you want things that pull him in. Shark attack. Listen, a 6th grade boy is already humiliated enough when he has to read at a 2nd grade level. So he doesn't want to read a story about Joey and Jim finding the lost wagon. He wants to read about a shark attack that happened in Australia. This Rodney Fox. He got attacked by a great white. Your boy can Google it on YouTube and read and see. Wow, I'm reading about something that happens. And look at where it more of a book part indented. The text is exciting. The picture's exciting. Listen, there's stuff out there on everything. DK's got something for your child. I don't know what it is about obsessiveness and dyslexia, but they seem to go together. Star Wars, Titanic, Marvel, right? You want to match the book with something they're passionate about. And DK's got something about just about everything. And the companies that I list in the descriptions also do. So where we want to be eventually is the jump to chapter books. Well, Keith, how do we jump to a chapter book? What you're going to do is find a book the child's going to be interested in. This is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I love to line up things with movies because then I use clips into YouTube, and that's a whole nother video I'll give you on how to use YouTube to excite your child. But this is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Well, Keith, I can get that. This is the library version. What that means is it's large print. So this is hardback. This is an expensive book. These are $5. This is $25. Why do you want to spend extra for the library book? Here's why. It's large print. So I want you to see this to understand you want your child to be successful. You always want them to be successful. You want to do everything you can. Do you see the difference between the text sizes and the white spacing? That's why you want to go with what's called a library version or large print version once you jump to chapter books. We got to get them excited. We want them to pick their own thing. We want to give them control and excitement, and we're going to do that with the book picking celebration. Okay, I call this the pick a book celebration because I want it to be celebratory. But you know, you're a 6th grade boy reading on a 3rd grade level will think that's uncool. So just say, hey Joe, we're going to pick some books to read. Oh, Dad, man, they got Iron Man. Okay, so get them down. Be excited, right? Get some cookies, something to drink. You're sitting down. Here we go. And but how do you decide whether to get a 1, 2, 3, or 4? It's easy. Okay, click on the book image, and what you'll see under most of them is a read sample. And when that comes up, you'll get an idea of the text, right? And you can look at it and say, I think that's a bit much. Okay, there's the black on everything we love, everything we talked about is there. Now, oh, that's too hard. Then go to 3, go to 2, go to 1. If you say, you know what, I think he's reading about his reading level matches a level 2 DK book, and your kid sits down and gets fired up about a level 4 book, get the level 4 book. It's $5, right? And he might be fired up about it enough to just start dragging it around, right? And start trying to read it. You know, same thing, you know, I think he's a solid level 3. I'm going to get a bunch of level 3 books. He comes down and he sees a title that's level 1 and he's fired up about it. Get it for him. You know he's going to blow through it in an hour or 2, even 5 minutes. But you know what he just did if he does that? He read a book really fast that he enjoyed reading. So you know what you want, but whatever level they get fired up about, get a couple of those. So you're going to pick 5 books. Well, Keith, you know, you listed 5 companies, DK Books, Step Into Reading, but you know, Keith, I just didn't. You know, my daughter didn't find anything. So what do? Okay, get very specific, okay, and look outside the companies. I'm OCD, but that's okay. You can go outside the companies I recommend. But how would you do that? You know, how do I make sure I get something that's perfect for my dyslexic or autistic or ADHD reader? You do the same thing. So here's a book. Oh, this looks great. Your daughter's on a Jane Goodall kick, which is great. She's iconic, and I don't know if this is going to work. Let's check it out. We're going to use, you know, Keith's measurements, the things Keith told me to look for. I don't know. I'm not feeling good about this. This is chaotic. This is not really easy to read. And then let's scroll down. And you know what? Wow, this is a wonderful book. Why is it a wonderful book? Because it's got what we want. Remember, font matters. Font size matters. White space matters. No background color. It's left justified. There's no embellishments or fancy things. This is a beautiful book. So have fun with this, people. Call them in. Have a good time, right? Get 4, 5, 6 books. Get them excited and then trickle them in. When these books come in, when Amazon comes down the driveway, don't open them. Do not open them. Put them up in your daughter's or son's room with the scissors next to them. It's special. It's for them. The little girl comes in. Emily, I think one of your books came out. Where is it? Is it the one on Is it the one on Jane Goodall? I don't know, hon. She bounds up the stairs because it's her book that she picked. She opens it. Don't be surprised if she doesn't come down for a while because she's trying to read it. She wants to read it because she picked it. Because it's not about teaching kids to read, man. It's about teaching kids to like and love who they are and feel proud when they go to school and proud of themselves. I don't teach kids how to read. I teach them how to be happy and explore the world around them. I know it's not as simple as a book. There's phonics and decoding and all that, but having the right book helps.